Hi everyone, welcome back to Jess Reads. If you're new here, I'm Jess, and this is going to be my February wrap-up. I did do a currently reading video a couple weeks ago. I don't really know why I decided just to do that. I think it was just because I had nothing else to film, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do a video on how I'm doing so far throughout the year. I mean, I enjoyed doing that video. It's just, I don't know that there was much of a point to it. So this is my February wrap up, my actual, necessary February wrap up. So why don't we just get started? Okay. So in February, I read, let's see, I'm gonna count, because I did start two books at the very end of January, so I'm going to count them for February because I did read them in February. So I read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books in February, which I think is kind of, actually no. What? Hold on. Oh, I didn't edit. Why did I? Huh. Okay, I read 9 books in January. Okay. I mean, I don't think I've ever read 9 books in a month in my whole life. Like last year it didn't happen. In January, obviously, I don't think I did. I don't even remember. But anyway, so I read 9 books in February. So why don't we start with the physical books? Just because I read 1, 2, 3, 4 physical and 5 Kindle. Excuse me. And so okay. So we're gonna start. We're gonna start with, I think, both of these at the same time just because it's easier. I read Heartless and Powerless by Elsie Silver. These books are part of the Chestnut Spring series, which I have come to love. I have not finished the series yet. After Powerless, I didn't get a chance to start Reckless yet, but I'm hoping to get to the other 2 in March. So these center around it's basically around a bunch of cowboys. They're related and they're friends. It's like a whole thing. They're like brothers, cousins, friends. And it's just about all their love stories with each other. Not with each other, but I mean it's intertwined, you know what I mean? So yeah, Heartless and Powerless. And I gotta say, these books are really freaking good. I read Flawless, obviously. I loved Flawless, but I don't think I rated it. Let's see what I rated it. Let me pull up my reading log. I rated Flawless a 3.75. And then I rated Heartless a 4.5, 4.5 stars. And then I rated Powerless 5. So yeah. Yeah, I think the more I get into the series, the higher I rate them, but you know, knock on wood, I hope I like Reckless and Hopeless because those, you know, this series, these books so far have set very high expectations. Okay, so then I read A Love Letter to Whiskey by Candy Steiner. Candy is an author that I love very much. She's very dear to my heart. I have yet to read all of her books, but from the ones I've read, I read Manhattan, which is, I have the special edition of Manhattan, which is my prized possession. Oh my god. I read Blindside, and I think that's it. I've only read 2 of her books, but I own more. I know I own Hail Mary and then Love Letter to Whiskey. So yeah, she's come out with a lot of books. I haven't even read all of them, obviously. But A Love Letter to Whiskey, this, I never really explained much about Heartless and Powerless, but we're just gonna pretend that I did so we can move on with this video. So this centers around a girl named B, and her best friend Jenna falls in love with this guy named Jamie. And then, like, that's how Breck and Jamie meet. And eventually Jamie and Jenna break up, and Breck is, like, in love with him. And they start dating, and they're kind of, like, inseparable. They become, like, addicted to each other, and it's, like, this whole thing. They can't, like, stay away from each other. It's, like, it's basically, it becomes an addiction, and just a lot of, like, crazy stuff happens. I started to highlight in here, but the more I read, I was so into it that I wasn't really thinking about highlighting. But so I highlighted, like, up to like the first, like, 30 pages, and that was basically it. But this book, it was so, like, powerful. I don't really know how to explain it. Like it makes you think. Like, it just, you feel a lot, you think a lot. And I rated it, what did I rate it? I rated it 4.25 stars. I don't know. Like I said, I very much enjoyed it, but just something about it, it was not a 5-star. It wasn't, like, the best thing I've ever read in my life, but, like, it was over 4 stars, which is good. Okay, so the last physical book we have is Too Wrong to Be Right by Melanie Johnson. And this book is about Kat, who gets dumped by her boyfriend to, like, go off to another country to be on a reality show, and he leaves his hedgehog with her. That's not, like, totally important to the story, but it's, like, it's the whole like, beginning is about this freaking hedgehog. And she runs into this guy named Mick at his family's funeral home, and they become friends first, and she thinks that she wants to date Mick's brother, and Mick's brother likes her, but Mick also likes her, and it's this whole, it's, you know, she doesn't want to date because she's scared, but she's, like I said, she starts developing feelings for Mick's brother, and Mick likes her, so it's like this love triangle. But obviously it's happy ending, you know. But it was one of, like, I don't want to say one of the best books I've ever read, but, like, one of my favorites I think is gonna be for the year. So yeah. Oh, and I rated it, yeah, I rated this 4.5 stars. Like, that's how much I liked it. It was just really, it was sweet, it was cute, you know? Okay, so now we're gonna move on to my Kindle books. That's upside down. My Kindle books, which actually aren't on here anymore because I deleted them after I read them to make room. But, so the first book I read on Kindle was Mile High by Liz Tom Ford. I finally started the Windy City series. Yes, it's part of a series. And I can see why everyone loves this series. I mean, just by the first book. So Mile High centers around Stevie and Xander's, and Xander's is a hockey player. He's, like, a big time, like, athlete. And Stevie is the stewardess for, like, the airline that they fly, and she gets Xander's attention, and they start hanging out, and it's cute. And and I rated it 4.75, so obviously I really enjoyed it. I mean, it's not just this book. I think I only rated it 4.75 because I hate third act breakups. I hate them so much. Like, ugh. Like, I mean, obviously, like, it makes it realistic, but third act breakups just, they break me. They break me in half. But, it was such a good story, such a good storyline. I mean, everything about it except for the third act breakup. So then I read Night Shift by Annie Crown, and this book was, well, okay, I'll start in the beginning. So Night Shift, I rated 3.75. It wasn't my favorite, but it was like really, it was a cute little read, you know. I wanted to like it more than I did, but it was just, there was a lot of I don't know, there wasn't a lot of there was substance, but there wasn't substance, you know. I don't know if that makes sense, but I mean, so basically it centers, it's on, I deleted off the Kindle. I can't remember their names, but it's basically a girl who works at the library and this guy, and they meet, and they basically like have this steamy makeout session as soon as they meet, like in the aisles of the library, and I can't even explain it. Like, it was a wild ride. Like I said, I didn't hate it, but... So then I read Just Go With It by Madison Wright, and this centers around Lo and Weston, and basically it's like a second chance romance. The first time, like, they used to be friends. The last time they saw each other, they kissed, and it like ruined their friendship, and then they like never saw each other again up until this next time. And Wes is a like internet celebrity now, and he has this catchphrase, "Just go with it," that hence the title of the book. And Lo is struggling with, what is it? What is it? Oh yeah. It's a chronic illness, I'll tell you that much. And she is like upset because of like the kiss the last time they saw each other. Like, she's in love with him and she doesn't think he is, and they have to basically fake date, or well no, they fake date, they fake get married, and they fake get married. That's a weird way to put it, but you know what I mean. And it's this whole thing, and it was a good book. It was very fast paced, I think. Like, I want to say it was like between fast and medium, but it was more on the fast paced side. I rated this 3.75 as well. Yeah, it could have, like I said with the last one, it could have used a little more substance. Yeah. Okay, and the last book that I read, Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. This was, I just finished it today, by the way, so I'm still like reeling over it. I'm gonna let you guys find out about this book on your own, because it is so like emotionally like all over the place. I rated it 5 stars, by the way. Like, what is this, like my only my second 5-star book? Is that? Yeah, pretty much. Yep. This was only my second 5-star book for February. I can't really, I don't have a lot of words to say about this because it was so, I loved it. I loved it. I did. I immediately started Magnolia Parks, not The Long Way Home. Yeah, The Long Way Home. Magnolia Parks, The Long Way Home. I immediately started that after, so that's what I'm currently reading. Excuse me. I'm clearly my head is a mess over this. It screws you up, but like in a good way. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not. But just go read Magnolia Parks if you haven't, because it'll change you in ways that you would not believe. Okay, so that is my February wrap up. I hope you enjoyed. You know, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Yeah, that's about it. I will see you guys in my next video. Okay, bye guys.